Hi, this is Eric Martin with BoardGameGeek. I'm here with Geraldine and Stefan from Repo Productions, and they are here to talk about a game just announced yesterday. This is a brand new edition of Antoine Bauza's Seven Wonders, which originally debuted in 2010. Now, 10 years later, got a new version of the game. So, Geraldine and Stefan, hopefully you can tell us what's new in this version. I have not even opened this yet, so it's a mystery to me at this point.
You need to open it to see all the change. But the first the first change is the cover, right? If you see the cover, it's brand new, more shiny, and different illustration, all black. And when you open the boxes, you find that. So it's really like, woohoo, this is Seven Wonders. We do a lot of design change. We don't change the game mechanic, but we redesign a lot, different stuff. The first stuff is about the wonder. So now the wonder is, so the rules, you have the rules in your mind. So we revisit the rules. So it means that it's now 8 pages and not 12. So the idea is to bring new player to play Seven Wonders. So the rules are more, how do we say that in English? More space, more clearer.
Okay. All right. More streamlined. I know Danny Lowe was working on the translation. She was talking about that yesterday in the organization of it. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Streamlined to get you into the game more quickly for people who have not played before. Seven Wonders has a great presence in the US in Target and other locations. So it's definitely attracting or available to a more mainstream audience that might not have played more complex games before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is really so. We design also the punch board and all the coins and all the military coins. So, and this is the shiny part. The most stuff you see, it's that we change the size of the wonder. So we say the wonder is bigger, and you have. Before you have face A and B, and now you have exactly day and night. So in the seven wonders in the game, you have the day and the night. So really straight by Miguel Coimbra. We are really, really happy with this work. So it's really cool. And the other big change, you can show all the wonder, or people gonna discover. So now all the wonder is, it's really, if you are early player, you can play with the day, and if you are a veteran player, you can play with the night. So the night is not too complex, but a little bit complex. So for the first time you play with the day, and after that play with the night.
Okay, so this is no change in the actual gameplay. This is just the terminology and the look of the actual wonders. Rather than A, B, day, night, is it just because it's more evocative or more interesting to have day and night rather than A, B? It seems more abstract.
It's more abstract when you say A and B. So when you make day and night, it is more clearer for people. It's, since 10 years we receive a lot of comments over the game because the people like the game, play the game, and with this refresh version, we decide to hear a lot of stuff that people say, and people not complain, but people told us, okay, we never know how to choose between A and B. So we decide to say, okay, let's make day and night, day a little bit easier, night a little bit complex.
Okay, which makes sense. People think of day and night that way normally. Stranger things always happen at night, things that are harder to understand. Okay. The cards are redesigned as well, but with
Yeah.
no changes. Yes.
So we redesigned the card because people complain always about the space on the table. When you play with Seven Wonders and all the expansion, you lose places on the table. So now, if you look the card, you remember before it was a scale. So you have cards like this. Now exactly you can put the card like this. So you earn a lot of space on table. And
Okay.
it's two different stuff. We also include the colorblind. There is information on the card about the colorblind. So if the people are colorblind, they can play on the game. We can also, you have all the information above, exactly.
Right,
And
with the little symbols.
another change is we are more close from the design of Seven Wonders Duel with the chaînage. I never know it. Stefan, could you help me with this word?
Oh, Stefan.
With the linking.
Silent.
Exactly.
With the linking.
So we
Okay.
decide to use the same linking that is in Seven Wonders Duel.
Okay.
So you see now in the card.
Right. We got the statue here with the link.
Yeah.
Let's pull out the well. There we go.
Exactly.
Okay.
You understand everything. So you see, it's more clearer. And this is the big surprise. We changed the back of the card to give the 3 ages. So bronze, silver, and gold. So the age 1 is bronze, the age 2 is silver, and the age 3 is gold. The card is totally foiled. So they are really super shiny. And really, we can also appreciate with this new design of the card, we can really appreciate the graphism of the draw of Miguel. You see the illustration is really, you see really more the illustration and the work of Miguel. And we hope that is more clearer for player to understand. You just need to look at the up of the card, and you don't try to read like this sometimes. You say, what is the name of this? Okay, yes, it was okay, good.
Yes. It's interesting to note there. Yes. Yeah, I mean, 10 years is a good time to have a refresh of a game. So I imagine, of course, the expansions will follow suit in terms of how they are looking with leaders and cities.
You're gonna, in the same time, so when the Seven Wonders released in September 2020, and the cities, leaders, and Armada will be released in the same time, or 1 month after, maybe for Armada, because we have some little change with the factory. But so cities, leaders, and Armada will arrive in the same redesign.
Okay. And Babel sometime later?
Sometimes, maybe not.
Oh, okay.
It's really work in progress. You know, when you work with game designer, you need to work together to say, okay, do we have an idea of create this game or not? So really the line, the brand now is Seven Wonders and the 3 expansion. So cities, leaders, and Armada.
About Babel, the main thing people complain or may have a complaint about it is you can actually get the old version and play it with the regular version with a very little adaptation. So, and to be honest, it is not the biggest expansion we made for Seven Wonders. So it's not like we don't want to do it again, but right now it is still available and you can still play with a very, very little adjustment about the colors and stuff like that with the expansion, because it's only a couple of cards, a couple of cardboard in addition to the base game. So it's not, it was not our priority at all to
Right.
do it again.
Because it is just it's a separate board that's integrated into the game, but you're not mixing in things like the original. So, how long has this been in the works? Oh, sorry.
Sorry?
I was going to ask how
I want
long
to
this has
say
been
that
in the works.
you're going to see in the expansion, after 10 years, we create a lot of stuff, a lot of goodies, a lot of different wonder. So when you take the time to think about a refresh of the game, you can also say, okay, I want to put those two wonders in leaders, those two wonders in cities. For the 7 years of Seven Wonders, we launched the anniversary pack. So we put the anniversary pack inside leaders and inside cities. So it was really a good occasion to, when you refresh a game, say, okay, we produced a lot of content during 10 years. It was a good occasion to decide to say, okay, what do we want to keep in the game? So it's really now, the game is really like when you have the time to think about, you say, okay, I want to put this on this game. I want to do that on this game. So it's really, it's like now the most perfect game for us we can do, because we have 10 years to think about it.
Yes, I know repo in general takes a long time with its development, and they rework every little thing until it's perfect. But even there, you did not know that Armada would exist, and you did not know that cities would be exactly what it was. And yeah, it's hard to plan 10 years out for what's coming. So sort of along those lines,
you will see the difference. You will see the difference in on the tables. People will, I think, we made the not I think, but the wonders are more larger. The cards looks larger because we cut all the sides. So all the pictures, all the draws that Miguel made for the game, you will see more of it. But in the same time, strangely, because the how we put all the iconography and everything like this, you will be able to have more space on the table. At the beginning, when they made the first version of Seven Wonders, it was only the base game, so you can spread on the table very easily. And now with all the expansions, you need a little bit more space, because when you play 7 players on a table, it can be a problem. But with the new version, it is better. It is way better. We did try it, and you take less space just because of the cards layout and how it fits all together.
Okay, or 8 players with cities. Once you add that in too, you need just that little bit more around the table. There's that too. So funny thing, mentioned the development. When I moved last year, I discovered something that I had forgotten that I had, which is in fact. This was the Seven Wonders sent to me in August 2010 by Thomas with the original rules. And so it's all the original components that were sent for testing the game for a preview on Board Game News when I was writing for when I was running that site. So yes, you can see it's a bit different from the published version. And it's funny too, because we talk about how much repo tests things, and I was sent this, and then I remember I would get corrections like, oh, mark out this cost has changed, it's one more, or this is one different, and this icon is gone. And there were little tweaks continually until pretty much you had to go to print, and then okay, now we're done. We've tested repeatedly. And then it was the same thing with leaders after that, which I don't. Oh, which, yes, is my
They
leaders in the
tested
box
more
here.
than 700 plays. So you know Antoine Boza and Thomas and Cedric are really testing, and until the last moment when one day before they launch the game at the factory, they decide to change the size of the card. So all the people was, okay, it's like 6 o'clock. Okay, it's good. We can launch the game, and after no, we need to change. Stop everything. Stop. We need to change, guys. We don't have time. We need to change. And here with this new version, it was also a work with Thomas, Cedric, Antoine, and Tanguy, who's the new guy from the development from Repos. So it was also funny to see, maybe we can change it for this. Guys, we need sometimes to say stop and to launch. Yeah, but we need the perfect game. Yes, okay, but if you want a perfect game, we never stop development. You're going to work all time. You want to change. So it was fun when we received the game, they opened the box and said, okay, everything looks cool. It's like we are happy with design and everything.
That's right. Well, it's all worked out well. So the work was worth it. People have asking in the chat whether are there any other expansions coming, or is it just we're looking at the reboot now and then refresh for the market?
Right now is 7 Wonders, Leaders, Cities, Armada. And that's it.
Okay. So what else? We have about 5 more minutes or so. I don't know if you want to talk about what else is coming from Repo in 2020. I believe there's a concept expansion and a 7 Wonders dual expansion.
We do an expansion for a concept, but this year only for German and French. So if some people speak French or German, but it was just for French and Germany. And yes, this year is really the year of the 7 Wonders universe, because making a refresh of 7 Wonders, of the 3 expansion, and the guy Antoine and Bruno say, "Hey, we have another idea for 7 Wonders Duel. We have an expansion." He said, "Yeah, cool. Yes, it's good news, and we need to work on it." Okay, so we launched this year at the end of the year. Normally it was on the Spiel in Essen. We keep the date, so it will be in October, the second expansion for 7 Wonders Duel. And the name of the expansion is Agora. And
you can see if you want to see more about it on Saturday at 8 o'clock. We will post the video. It's actually you can see it right now on YouTube, but not the video. You can just see it is there at 8 o'clock. We we launch it. It will be the first video explaining the rules and everything for Agora.
Okay. This on the Repo Production YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not Gen Con. It's a with Gen Con.
It's the event. So the difference between, so you see, you just received the new 7 Wonders, and the Agora is still a prototype. So we made a video with a prototype. It's not, we don't really like those kind of stuff, but for Gen Con to present the game, we decide to show the prototype and to show a filming play. So 2 guys with the new difference. So in Agora, you have the Senate. I'm really sorry for my English. I'm never sure, because sometimes in French it's a mess. So in English for me it's worst. So you have senator and you need to play politics. So it brings you, what brings new Agora, it's influence. So it's really, we put more replayability on the game. And, you know, during lockdown, people play a lot to Seven Wonders Duel. So I guess people are waiting for a new expansion.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, definitely the two-player game.
And do you see that we put an expansion, a free expansion? It's the Seven Wonders Duel Solo on the print and play, and you see that?
That's right. We do have a listing in the BoardGameGeek database for the solo expansion for Seven Wonders Duel, which seems like that's
I know,
ridiculous.
crazy.
But
the guy, Antoine and Bruno, come with the idea. And during the lockdown in Europe, it was really, really strong. They come with the idea and we say, okay, a lot of people say, yeah, I like Duel, but I don't have, it's impossible for me to see my friends to play. So the guy come with the idea of the solo and they developed that and we put that for free on the print and play website. So, and I see on BoardGameGeek some guys who create already a way to create, to choose the leader. It was like, okay, guys, it's like 4 hours online and you create already stuff. This is cool. That's really cool.
That's right. I mean, there are the super fans who have been thinking about the game possibly as much as you guys in the development studio. And yes, they're ready for more immediately.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing as well, where we just, you have just announced the new version of Seven Wonders, and immediately people say, well, what is next? What is the new expansion?
Exactly. And we say, it's like more 1 year of work, guys, please. Just take the time to play and take pleasure and told us what you think about the new version. We are really curious to hear from fans and people who like the game. So it's really interesting. So please enjoy now this new refresh version first.
That's right. Which, yes, you can get it for the friends who liked playing, but they never got the version, and now they can be gifted with the new one, which is also in a slightly larger box than the old. That's right. Repo always had a an interesting where everything was like slightly different, slightly smaller.
Yeah.
The old Ghost Stories was slightly smaller.
We don't like to be like everyone, so we choose always to do something different. And after that, people scream because they say, yeah, but that doesn't fit in my shelf. I say, yeah, okay, sorry. Not good as the others, sorry.
That's right.
There's a question on the chat stream, and several other people have questions about it. We will for all the older promos. We don't have any intention to reprint them in any way. So the people who don't have the promos, the older promos before, we will ship to BoardGameGeek store all the older promos. We will not have them anymore, but we still have a lot, so they will be able to help you on this. And probably it will be easier that way for everybody than us having them. So it will be available. The promo, the person talked about the Syracuse. This one and all the other ones, they will be available in a way.
Okay. Yes. Well, we won't have conventions to get them at anyway for some months, years. I don't know. If Europe lets Americans back in. We'll see. We'll see whether we can travel to Europe at all in the future. Okay. Well, Geraldine and Stefan, thank you very much for a quick look at the new version of Seven Wonders coming out in retail in September 2020. In how many different languages? Is it every
20.
country all at once?
The first one was 30, more than 30 language, and this new version, we start with 20 language.
Okay. That's a lot. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations to the huge success of the game. And we will see
Thank
it
you
on
very
shelves
much.
before too long. Thank you.